Survivor, Missy's Misery, take one, Mark.
My childhood home was pretty cool. At first, we were excited about moving there. It was in one of those neighborhoods where the houses were right side by side, a lot of kids in the neighborhood. I liked the house, it was pretty. So I was excited about moving there. There were 5 of us that lived in the house. It was my sisters and both my mom and dad.
We were happy there until all these crazy things started happening.
When I was 14 is when I really learned that there was bad things out there that your parents can't always control for you. It was scary. It was scary.
Missy had an unexplainable sense that there was something wrong in the house.
The energy made you feel like you weren't welcome there. You know, and I wanted to run right up the stairs and be the first one to pick out the room, you know what I mean? And even headed for the stairs just slowed me down. I would feel like there was something either going to push me or hit me.
Missy's feelings were confirmed shortly after settling in.
It would sound like there was somebody in the bathroom. Like, literally the toilet would flush. You would hear the sink turn on. The lights go on and off. I would open a bathroom door.
Okay, I'm coming in.
And there would be nothing. Nothing in there at all. You know that there's nobody there and you're feeling something real, even if you can't see it.
The strange activity soon escalated into something much darker.
Sometimes at night, I would see a shadow go by my bedroom door. That's when I realized that it was a ghost. I saw that figure and it was big and it was black and it was scary. When I saw the ghost walk by for the first time, it was terrifying. It stopped my heart completely. I could feel the entity approaching my room. So I hid in my closet. While I was in the closet, I felt like the closet was shrinking around me. It was suffocating. And I felt like, even though I was terribly scared to step out of the closet, I felt like being in the closet was going to be more harmful than facing the ghost on the outside. I had to suck it up and run because I felt like I didn't have any choice. It was just such an intense feeling that I got from there that, yeah, I'll still get nervous and shaky when I talk about it today.
Though terrifyingly real for Missy, she was the only one experiencing the activity.
I told Missy that she was hallucinating or had a bad dream and stuff like this, but she didn't buy it because she knew she wasn't dreaming. It's a real bad situation, you know, when your kids are scared to death and there's nothing you can do about it.
Missy's abilities to sense spirits could not be discounted.
A sixth sense when it comes to the paranormal or seeing spirits means that a person is sensitive to the energetic fields around them or to the subtle changes in the energetic field around them.
I explain it like a radio. So just because you don't hear a radio on at the time and you don't have a radio player going, doesn't mean the radio waves are not in the air. Psychic energy is the same thing. When you put your antennas up, in other words, you open yourself up to that psychic energy, you're going to be able to receive that energy and start to see things, feel things, hear things, and sense things.
One day, Missy's father found something that made him think maybe she wasn't imagining things.
One day I was in the basement. I looked up, and there was a small edge of the paper hanging over the beam. So I reached up to get the paper. And that's when I found the suicide note. It was written by the man that committed suicide in that house.
I think that house was sort of a hotbed for paranormal activity. My dad found a suicide note while working in the basement, so I think maybe that was part of it.
Then one day, the whole family got proof that Missy's sixth sense was for real.
We had just got back from a trip to Kentucky. When I sat down the suitcase, I heard this crackling noise. I saw a little mirror come flying right from the fireplace, which was 5, 6, 7 feet away from where I was. And that mirror came off of that fireplace mantle and dropped right in front of me.
Hey, are you okay?
Get back.
I tried to explain it away, but there was no logical way to explain it.
The incident left no one doubting the house was haunted.
I knew something was going on in that house, but I had no idea what.
He was like, okay, something is going on. I can't explain this one, so we will get the help.
Bless his house.
We called the pastor for help.
The Spirit of God is with you.
The pastor blessed the house and said prayers.
My Lord, you are all powerful.
When he was done, he sat in the kitchen and talked to my mom for about a half hour or so, and then he said something to the point of, I better call the missus and let her know what's taking me so long. He went to reach for that phone, and it flew off the hook and met his hand.
Teen Missy Hornbeck was the focus of a terrifying haunting. But when her father brought in a priest to help, the activity did not stop.
It flew off the hook and met his hand. But it was screaming. It was loud, like speakers loud, like stereo speakers loud.
It was shocking and scary. I mean, how could a phone scream at you? But it did.
He realized that the blessing didn't work. He left right away.
Father! Father! Father, come back!
After the blessing, things got a lot worse in the house. It didn't make any of it better.
More sensitive to the activity, Missy endured the most horrifying encounters.
One night I was in bed sleeping, and I woke up by something. I knew I was awake, but I didn't open my eyes because I knew there was something there too. It was that feeling, that tingly, threatening feeling that I got. I opened my eyes, and on the ceiling, there was this face. It was a bald man, and he was screaming, and he looked like he was in agony. I couldn't scream, I couldn't move, I couldn't get up, I couldn't do anything. It came right down to my face, and like right before it got to my nose, it just disappeared. And as soon as it did, there was already another one up there waiting to come down. They were all screaming. They all looked like they were in agony. I just felt like they were going to eat my face. Because they're coming at you with their mouth open and screaming, and I was just sure I wasn't going to have any face left when it was done. It sounded like somebody was being ripped apart. It was horrifying. It was horrifying.
For God loved the world so that he gave his only.
I remember saying John 3:16, and I was praying until it stopped.
Demonic beings manifest in many different forms, and they're going to manifest in an intimidating way, but they're also going to try and overwhelm you. So you may start to get visions, you may start to physically see these apparitions, but ultimately they're there to scare you. They want to frighten you and gain control over you.
Melissa was very afraid. She was scared. She was almost hysterical. It made me feel terrible for her because I wasn't there when she desperately needed me.
That's when I got scared to be in there.
Please, Daddy, I want to leave this place. I don't want to live here anymore.
I begged him to move away. I didn't want to live in that house anymore. I just didn't want to be there anymore.
It's going to be okay.
In order to protect the girls and my wife, the only thing we could do would be to leave and move out of the house.
I just felt like it was never going to end. I just felt like we were living in a haunted world and our world was going to be haunted forever.
We got out as soon as we could.
When we moved into the new house, I felt like it was a new beginning. It was a chance to start over. It was behind me now. Before I left that house, I wrote a warning note to whoever had to have that bedroom after me to say their prayers at night so that they didn't have to see that stuff. I hope they found the note before anything bad happened.